All right, welcome back everybody to another Real Talk, and may the Most High bless you. It's always a blessing to come on here as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. I pray all is well with everybody. My title now says, when they took the man out of the house. When they took the man out of the house. This is a Real Talk video, so I'm not going to be coming out of the Bible. And let me say this, black people, because let me give a shout out to Miss Tiffany. A video like this is going to upset a lot of us because of the truth. But I really want to talk to the ladies in this video because we want to continue to overlook things that we really need to be talking about and telling the truth about. And it makes no sense to keep on dwelling on the problem, but to focus on the solution. I see people all the time when it comes to talking about housing, public housing, Section 8, welfare, child support. And ladies, all of y'all are not like what I'm talking about in this video. That's why I'm coming out of love and speaking from the bottom of my heart. A lot of y'all are not like this. And things have happened in your life where, you know, you might have had to get government assistance or whatever. But I'm talking about these women out here who think this is such a blessing, who love to brag on it and throw it up in other women's faces. Let me tell you about the realness of this video here. I want you to put aside blaming the white man. Let's get past that. Stop walking around here with this blame game, and let's put this thing on where it needs to go. The devil. See, this is not against flesh and blood. This old wicked devil from the beginning. Housing, child support, all the stuff I'm calling out was designed for you to accept it. Designed for the black man, as you want to say, looking at your email here, to fall. Why? Because I'm going to go back to a scripture that most women don't like to hear. When it says in Genesis, your husband will rule over you because of when sin took place back in the garden. God's divine order, what he installed in us as men. But when Adam failed, Eve did too. But when Adam got out of God's divine order, instead of listening at God and listening at his wife, we've been falling downhill ever since. So once again, all ladies are not like what I'm talking about here. Now a few months back I did that video called Your Husband Will Rule Over You. But see, this is God's command, not JT's opinion. So when you start looking at taking the man out of the house, see, why am I saying this? Because every man is not a deadbeat. There are some men out here that's trying and really want to see their children, and they got an ignorant baby mama who won't allow it. You got men that's really trying, but then you got some sorry, no good deadbeats out here. And then you got some women that don't mind letting their baby daddy see their children. But listen to what I'm saying, baby daddy. See, it never was meant, it never supposed to be in that ladies you open your legs up and have babies out of wedlock. Men that we continue to run up and everything and have babies out of wedlock and got all this. We living in a time now where you got more baby showers than bridal showers. You got more shacking up than God's covenant. I told you, I'm not going to let up in this video. So when you look at this, taking the man out of the house, since Satan knew the plan, God's divine order, as us with men, Satan throws everything out here for you to accept. And when you accept it, he loves it. Your husband ruling over you, a lot of women don't like that. But see, it's not talking about no any kind of man, no sugar daddy, no baby daddy. We're talking about a husband who's following the Most High. And if your husband is following the Most High, then you in God's divine order. But since we not all the way in God's order no more, things are off track. And they ain't going to get back right until you get under the covenant, under the Most High. I'm not about to talk about the making of a slave by Willie Lynch. We already talked about that many times on here. So when you look at housing, Section 8, welfare, child support, government assistance, this setup, because what it is a system, and it's a system designed for you to depend on them instead of depending on the Most High and following your husband. So if you take the man out of the house, there's so many ways the man is taken out now. See, once again, I'm not talking about every man is bad. Everybody ain't a deadbeat. I'll be a fool to say that. And look at child support. When a man is not paying child support, you go get him and lock him up. He still ain't paying child support. You lock him up. Why? Because that locking up is going to really keep that man separated from his child. What is it now? 50, 60 years now of this same old mess. When you get in that government assistance, then you become the woman / trying to be the man of the house. You see what I'm saying? Now you done got so used. Sister, I hope you still with me because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Now you so used to this is my way. I'm the one got the house. That you if you see a good man coming, 9 times out of 10 nowadays, it's a lot of women running a good man off, just like a lot of men running a good woman off. But you done been so used to being independent. Then you look at all these reality shows now, the divas that don't get along at all with each other. So many women got this mentality now that I got the authority. I don't need a husband. It's my way or the highway. This system has been put in place instead of your husband. See, it's weird when I hear people say, ain't no good women left, bro. There ain't no good men left. Now, something wrong with that picture. I disagree with that. Because there's too many people I know personally that's trying. That's why too many people are getting hooked up with the wrong people. Because they tired of being alone. Too many of us are too ignorant on too many things. The main things we need to talk about, my brothers and sisters, we want to skip over it. You see what I'm saying? When you look at this system, because once again, that's what it is. A system that's set up for failure. And so many women I know, well, it's a blessing to me, JT. I just told my homegirl she better get like me. And the real women that's out here that's really needing help are being overlooked. And you got some of these foolish women out here that's getting money left and right and ain't doing nothing and still laying on their back getting pregnant. You got people having children just so it can benefit off of it. Income tax time. Well, I'm going to let somebody $500 for this child, $500 for that child. I got 4 kids. I'm finna really come up. I'm going to have about $7,000, $8,000 or more. Is that really a blessing? And when you depend on something so long that's not of God, then that becomes who you serve. Let me get a little real there, y'all. See, real women don't letting the real man of God lead. But this system has taken the man out of the house. Do you see it? Women on Section 8 that I know have so many issues. And they get with some men they know they can run. And they call that a blessing. But as soon as that man, they get into it with each other, she got the power to say, you can get up out of here. And then another baby is in the middle. And then you got the food stamp card, the WIC program. Well, I'm bringing in the groceries. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now it ain't the man bringing home the groceries in too many houses now. It's the government bringing home the groceries. And the more the government give you, the more they will control you. Now that woman is in control of everything in that house because the man has been taken out of the house. Y'all with me, ladies? I'm saying this again. All of y'all are not like this. Bless y'all heart. I'm talking about what's real, though. I'm talking about these women that love this and brag about this. Just like that woman, I think last year, got busted. She was getting so many food stamps and was selling them. I remember growing up how so many women would sneak a man in the house. But now, you can get a man in the house on Section 8, long as he don't have a felony in some places. See, this is deeper than what people think. See, I didn't say get a husband. I say anybody, long as they ain't got a felony. Satan knows that he don't want you married because that's God's way. So Satan wants you to keep being baby daddy, baby mama, shack up, have a baby over here, have a baby over there, sneak another man in the back door. Because as long as you sneaking in a man, that child that's watching, that child that's growing up will never have a relationship because mama keep on sneaking in another man. After a while you get busted. Let me tell you something. I'm guilty of sneaking in that back door so the kids can't see. Get up and leave early before the kids go to school. I have done that back in my time with my foolish self. I done it. And I regret it, and I feel terrible, and I repented from that mess. Because when I was living my life and seeing the old girl would call me, what time? I'll be over there. What time you putting them kids to bed? That's why I know what I'm talking about. Dealing with women who's on government assistance. And we get caught up in that stuff and be like, oh, this is, say, you balling over here, girl. You got it going on. How much your rent? $70. Shh, let me pay your rent for the rest of the year. That's a blessing, really, is it? Because, see, the reason why I'm saying is because this will be the type of people that will fall for the Antichrist because can't stand on nothing. Been too used to the government. See, this is bigger than blaming the white man. I was there, I done that. That's why I want to tell the truth about this and put the fault on where it really go, to the devil. The blame, if you want to blame somebody, but blame yourself. I see women all the time, girl. It's a blessing. Let me tell you something. I got the upper hand in my crib. And let him get out of line. You know I'm going to call child support. I'm the boss. How many women you know right now are the boss? He get out of line once again, I'm going to put him on child support. I'm going to call his parole officer. And the man really tried. He done went out looking for a job. I'm talking about the good men that done failed and they getting back on their feet. Everybody ain't down and dead beat, y'all. And some women take advantage of that situation. Girl, he been giving me that child support money, and I got me some, you ought to check out this purse I just bought. These shoes I got, this car I got. I get my hair and nails done every week off my baby daddy. But I ain't heard you say nothing about what you got for the child. Why your child still needs shoes and a jacket and clothes. I thought it was child support, but you know what? You using it as baby mama support. Y'all see this system? Do you see it? I remember growing up seeing these landlords would take advantage of these women in this public housing. I can't pay my rent. Oh, you can't? Come on in this back room. We can take care of rent one way or the other. Y'all know I'm talking about what's real. Even if you couldn't make the rent, open your legs. This is all, do this sound Christ-like at all? No. Sleeping with women and having sex with them because they couldn't pay their rent. I'm talking about what's real, y'all. This is all designed by the devil. He's sitting back laughing it and loving it because he know the majority of us are going to keep making these old stupid choices over and over again. And we wonder why, since the man is taken out of the house, we got a generation of thugs, homosexuals, sorry, lazy men, baby mama drama, lesbians, gangsters, name it. It's her. So many men that want to live off a woman because that woman is the breadwinner. She got the upper hand. That's why I can't stand to see a man that's got that mentality. Say, man, the old girl got it. She got it going on. I ain't got to work. Man, she buy me clothes. She let me get the car. I ain't got to pay for nothing. All I got to do is keep breaking her off. And so many women love that until it really start going downhill. Can I talk about what's real, y'all? Take the man out of the house. And then when you see this hard-working man coming along, God-fearing man, or hard-working woman, God-fearing woman, most of the time they get ran off. Because you got people who really think they can handle being with them, but they still messed up and scarred because they've been in the government all their life. government assistance. They really messed up spiritually. So they're not ready to take on a man / or a woman of God. So all of this is the result of being out of order. God's divine order. I know women, I'm not lying, y'all. I know some women right now that got big old 4-bedroom homes, 2-car garages, 4 or 5 kids, and bragging on it and throwing it up in other women's face because, baby, the government got my back. Them child support checks coming. I got the WIC program. I got the food stamp. I got $1,000 on that there. I got this. And so I don't have to do nothing. Throwing it up in the other woman's face. But once again, the danger with that is you done fell for the Antichrist. They already got him. See, ain't nobody making you open up your legs and you keep getting pregnant without being married. And fellas, ain't nobody forcing us to have sex without marriage. We better wake up. When you take the man out of the house, when you take God out of the house, there is no way. The more the government give you, once again, they're going to control you. That's not a blessing. That's a messing. The Lord told you what his blessings was, but you have rejected his blessings and fell for the devil's blessings. The Bible said a man don't work, man don't eat. But see, it's a lot of women that done rewrote that verse. And it says if a man don't work, he still can eat. He can move in with me. He can come over here. He ain't got to be my husband. He all right. I just need me somebody. I take care of him. That's in the book of Confused Woman, verses 1 and 1. See, 1 Timothy 5 and 8 say, but if any man, if any provide not for his own, let me say it like that, not his own house, he done denied the faith. He ain't taking care of his own. He worse than the infidel. You know what an infidel is? Pretty much an unbeliever. Once again, it never was meant for the government to take care of you. It wasn't meant for the government to take care of your family, fellas. It never was meant for public schools to educate our babies. It starts at home. But if God is not in the home, ain't no home at all. It's not the government's job to make up for your mistakes. Most of the churches can't help you now because most of the churches are ran by the government. 501c3 has taken over so many churches, and that's why church is going like it's going. That's why the churches that you see, I ain't talking about everybody in church, they stand more for the world versus God. Why? Because they are in with the world. And if you are in with the world, you are an enemy of God. I don't care how pretty your church look and what the name of it is and how many members you got and who's the pastor. If it's an enemy of God, it can't be a house of God. So I'm gonna go ahead and close for right now, y'all. Let's put this where it needs to be really taught. So with that being said, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope you're not too mad at me, but the truth, I gotta tell it. I gotta tell it. Quit depending on the government and all this setup, this system. It's all a system. Do you see this system? There's an NWO. You know what that is? New World Order. Ain't nothing but a system. That's the beast system. Who's the beast? Who's the Antichrist? Satan and his posse. You better be on Christ's side. Jesus, the Christ, our beloved, our Savior, our precious Yahshua. And we thank Yahweh. It's got to be Yahweh or no way at all, Brother K-Ray. Yahweh, not your way. Your way will keep you following the devil's way. Let us learn from yesterday, live for today, hope and pray for tomorrow. Peace.